If you're anything like me, you might have heard about Lords of the Fallen when it was released in 2023, played through it for a couple of days, but ultimately didn't spend that much time on the game because there were too many enemies in the running sections, or the combat was floaty, or the first sections of the game were just too damn hard. Since then though, CI Games have been working endlessly on this game, addressing all of the community's complaints to make the game better, even though they really didn't need to. So when CI Games, the publisher of Lords of the Fallen, offered to sponsor this video and allow me to show off all of the changes they've made, I had to say yes, because it's not every day that you see a developer stand by their game, make over 50 free updates, and actually fix the problems that their players have complained about. And the culmination of that is Lords of the Fallen 2.0, their brand new free update that just released, saving all of the already great parts of Lords while completely transforming all of the not so great parts. They've also generously given me 20 codes for the game to give away to you. I'll be placing them throughout the whole video, so make sure you watch all the way through and let me know in the comments if you got one. For this video, I've brought in some help. My roommate and friend Raddy Rai, who is very knowledgeable about Lords of the Fallen. He has done many challenge runs on the game and has over 30 playthroughs. The footage that you'll be watching is from a couple of hours that we played together to experience the new changes for ourselves.
They said with the 2.0 they added some new depth with the facial modifications, body types. So you could already make some atrocities. You can make some really pretty characters, but that's not important. We need to see how much of an atrocity can you make now?
Hell yeah.
There you go.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah. The entire rainbow at your disposal.
God bless America. All right, let's not bombard the people with Pinkman.
Oh.
Let me first talk about the things that Lords of the Fallen got right before needing any updates. When it comes to bosses, this is a genuinely good Souls-like. There's not a whole lot of games that manage to capture the challenging but fair combat that FromSoft always has in its boss fights. But this game is and always has been one of them.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they did change the lunge a little bit, which is probably a good thing. That definitely would have hit before.
The visuals, just look at the screen. The graphical fidelity in this game is second to none in the genre. It's made in Unreal Engine 5 and it's undeniably beautiful. Finally, and most importantly, when this game first released, I remember being very impressed that CI Games seemed to have this philosophy of incorporating player favorite features from other games all into one package. Like the two-life system from Sekiro with the overworld and the underworld, or Umbral as it's called in this game, the interconnecting and looping level design from Dark Souls 1, a health recovery system very similar to Bloodborne's Rally, and all of these things made it obvious to me that the developers at CI Games aren't just trying to cash in on the latest trend with Souls-likes, but are instead true, genuine fans of the genre. And this philosophy definitely did not change with their updates. They've added fan favorite feature after fan favorite feature.
Get him. Much better. Oh, you bastard.
But before I get into that, let's talk about what they did wrong on release and how they updated the game to fix those complaints. The enemy density was genuinely insane. The later areas of the game would have running sections with literally dozens of mini bosses scattered around them. Obviously, that wasn't the best experience, and they significantly toned down the amount of enemies that are in those problematic running sections. In just these couple of hours of playing with Ryan, I noticed at least 5 areas where I said, oh, I remember getting swarmed into a corner here. But now there is no such issue, and the amount of enemies is so much more reasonable. I remember this part was insane.
Yeah,
getting up that ladder was really hard. I don't exactly remember why it was insane, but I think there was a lot more enemies there.
Yeah, these guys are little spellcasters, and there used to be a lot more of them. Also, the platforming just feels better now.
The other major design complaint that I remember from launch is about the combat being floaty. And with patch 2.0, they have changed a lot to try to fix that floatiness. The weapons don't lunge as far when you swing them. Your character will stop immediately when you let go of the left stick instead of loosely falling forward. The dodges are much shorter and precise. I know that for me personally, I don't like playing Elden Ring with light load because I feel like the dodges go too far and it makes the combat feel too loose. And that's kind of how dodges used to be in Lords of the Fallen, but now it's much more controlled and precise.
What are we doing?
Oh yeah.
There we go. Took a second. We're warmed up though.
There's now a dedicated jump button, which I know sounds a little ridiculous to get excited about, but with the amount of parkour that's in this game, being able to easily jump is super important. This was literally the feature that Ryan was most excited about. That is a jump button.
The jump is back. Bro, we were begging for this when we were doing the no-hit bounty. Me and Torseheads. The platforming section claimed us a few too many times.
And the most important change to the combat system is animation and audio changes to make the hits feel more weighty. I asked Ryan what he thought was different about the audio, and he said that the hits used to sound very metallic and feel very frantic, but now the combat feels more controlled, calculated, and weighty.
You can also hear her shots a lot better now. They seem better. Oh, the strafe. Oh, she smoke bombed.
Now, let me tell you about the sheer quantity of content and features that they've added to this game since release. This is the part that I'm most excited about. Let me just put it this way. If there's a fan favorite feature or mod for Elden Ring or other Souls-likes, it's probably natively integrated into this game. Seamless co-op? That's a native feature in this game, available on both console and PC. The really crazy part about co-op in this game, though, is that CI Games have decided to allow anyone that owns this game to play co-op with anyone else, whether or not they own the game. So if you have a friend that you really want to play with and you've already bought the game, perfect. Your friend just doesn't need to buy it, and you two will get a very refined co-op experience with shared progress. But if your friend wants to play on their own, they will need to pick up a copy for themselves. I imagine there's a lot of you watching that like playing Elden Ring Randomizer or enjoy my videos using the Randomizer. Randomizer is again just natively built into the game here for both enemies and items. That means you don't need to figure out mods on PC, but the real winners here are console gamers that will be able to experience the fun of a randomizer for the first time. You remember how I mentioned that there were too many enemies so they nerfed them? Well, one of the modifiers you can add to your playthroughs allows you to revert that change, so if for some reason you're really masochistic and want to battle your way through hordes of enemies on every running section, you can do that. And there's even modifiers to your playthrough that allow you to change how many checkpoints are in the game or delete your save whenever you die so that you can customize your own challenge runs all natively in the game. Echoes of Battle? What's this? Relive battles against previously defeated bosses. So yeah, that's cool.
That's how you go back and fight the bosses.
Oh, and this is like boss rush mode.
Yep.
That's cool. Lords of the Fallen 2.0 is a completely transformed experience from the original release, being made by a team of generous and passionate devs. The game is discounted on every platform right now. On PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, the game is about $20. It's also free for Game Pass subscribers, so feel free to reinstall the game if you already own it, head to your favorite game store and get it for cheap, or invite one of your friends to play with you for free. Finally, you can join the community and learn about the upcoming Lords of the Fallen Creator Program in their Discord. The link to buy the game and join the Discord is in the description.